हेलो गाइस। इस पार्टिकुलर वीडियो में हम आपको ये बताएंगे कि इस काम को स्टार्ट करने के लिए क्या आपको एलएलसी की ज़रूरत होती है या नहीं। इसके बारे में हम डिटेल से यूएस के सिटीज़न से ही इसके बारे में मालूमात लेंगे, क्या हमें एलएलसी की ज़रूरत होती है कि नहीं। तो चलते हैं, उनसे पता करते हैं।
Okay, so this is the important question I have seen like with from my own eyes. Like most of the people here in Pakistan, like they scam people by claiming to do something. And this is like what is an LLC and who can create one?
Okay, and that is that's an explanation. Okay. Anyone in the world can create an LLC in the US. But there's a catch. You can create the LLC, but you cannot use the LLC. You cannot bank, you cannot do transactions, you cannot accept credit cards. Even though an LLC is required for it, you have to have the next step. And that's your third question. You want me, because I need to answer them both at the same time.
Yeah, I think we can combine that because the next question was about getting a physical bank in the
Right.
United States.
In order to make that LLC active, and there are two different means. You can get an LLC and you can hold the fictitious name, but you can't do any business because you can't pay taxes, and the U.S. will not allow you to run a business without paying taxes. And now you can't even pick up loads if you don't have the LLC. And to have an active LLC, you also have to have an American bank account at an American bank, and a bank that is registered with the American government, because it doesn't have to be a physical bank. It can be an online bank, but you still have to go there to get one. And if it's an online bank, you have to prove your American identity by bills, monthly bills, your driver's license, social security card, birth certificate. They want everything for online banks. I hate them. They rip you off on the percentages and all that. But to get an American bank, you have to present yourself in person with your American identification and there again, proof of a bill, electric bill, cable bill. You have to have proof that you have a real address in America to legitimately get a bank account that will support the LLC. And they want that because they want to collect the taxes off the business, and they want a real person, or they're not going to give it to a fake person. So you got to prove that you can be found if you don't pay your taxes. And that's basically why they do it that way. You cannot run a trucking business in this country without meeting all the requirements of an active bank account, and then the bank reports back to the LLC, not you. So there's no way to circumvent around it. You have to follow all the laws, and without having someone physically in America, you cannot activate a trucking company, dispatch company, or any business for that matter. Without getting into, because then you're getting into variables, and I'm not a lawyer, so to go past that of any special cases or different businesses. But in what we're talking about, I'm assuming we're staying in the trucking industry, which
Yes.
I have my experience in. That's the only way you can do it. You can't make money without it. And we even went through a rough patch with the partner because it takes about 4 to 6 months to get everything in place. You get your insurances and get all your permits back, your PUC, your DOT numbers, your MC authority, and to get all that active, all these companies have to report to FMSCA independently. You cannot do it. So it's another way that they protect that they'll be able to collect the fees and the taxes for operating the business here in the U.S.
Yeah, because I wanted to talk to you and like let the people know, because people here they don't have the idea, and I have seen with my own eyes like people here claiming to give them these things which are not possible. Like they
Right.
cannot provide a physical bank account. They cannot. Okay, I have seen like they give you an LLC, but that's the start of it. Like they don't complete it. There is no tax on it. So like after 3 to 6 months, they lose the access, and
And
because people,
money they invested in it too.
yes,
So you have to have, an American. Let me rephrase that. You don't even have to be American as long but your visa and all your identification papers have to be in place, and you have to have an American residence in order to get all the things that you need to get. Anyone that would say, "Oh, I'll get you an LLC, we'll get you started in a dispatch company," and blah blah blah, if they're not in America, it's an out and outright lie. And it's also, if they tell you they can do it really cheap, they're lying too. It's not expensive to get the LLC, but if you don't have the American that can go get the bank account, and it can get real expensive. So that American has to be part owner of the company before all of this will fly. So you can't just have an American run down and get your bank account and that's going to make your business work. It don't work that way, because you can't do the daily banking, you can't get the credit card system, you can't accept checks, business checks. Now I'm talking not personal, because that's how they get you. In that they fly a couple of personal checks or little cash app things. Yeah, you can do a little bit for a month or so, but yeah, no, it's not going to fly in the long run. To do it right, to where it will work and last and be legit, and in order to get the TWIC cards and all the other stuff that you're required to go to get the good loads that pay over $250 a mile, you need the TWIC card. You need to be able to take your truck on airports, on military bases, and it's not complicated. It's a lot of paperwork.
yeah,
And
like TSA certificate, the hazmat certificate, things like that.
yeah, and anyone that tells you they're going to do it in a month, that's a lie too. There's no way. It takes at least 6 months to get everything all set up before you can make money.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, and we will like keep this channel open. Like if somebody has some question, they can comment us. We will give them like the answer they need, and
Absolutely.
hopefully they will learn something from that. Okay,